Hello, my name is Bailey and this is Art by Bailey. Today we're going to be turning a box into a cute little fall gnome sign. Here is my vision board. To start, I cut the box with scissors into 4 panels. Now I have pieces for crafts. I'll be using the biggest piece for this project. I'd like to introduce you to my dedicated staff. This is Harvey and that is Mr. Peanut Butter. And here are the supplies I gathered before starting the project. I have my piece of cardboard, scissors, some paintbrushes, string which I swapped out later, apple barrel acrylics in black, pavement, nutmeg brown, and white, and my Hemi gouache paints, finally Dorland's wax medium for sealing. To trim the cardboard, you are welcome to use scissors, but I opted to use my paper guillotine. This makes nice, smooth, straight cuts. After trimming, my piece is about 9.5 inches by 10.5 inches. To prevent movement, I use painter's tape to secure my cardboard to my work surface. To start, I put a base coat of nutmeg brown. Once this dried, I started marking out a horizontal barnwood style background. I mixed the colors in a marbled effect, removed the tape, and let this layer dry. I then went through this process again, making an effort to make the color mixes a little different from board to board. I suggest taking the tape off as soon as you're done with the section you're working on. This makes the lines more crisp. Once the color blends were how I wanted, I added some depth with black. I outlined the boards to create gaps or shadows, added some nail details, and made some knots. My camera wasn't recording for the next bit, but to catch you up, I switched to gouache paint for the foreground. I painted a base for the color of the beard, hat, and the 2 pumpkins. Next, I practiced writing for my sign. I decided on thankful, grateful, blessed as my wording. I then used red colored pencil to sketch it on the cardboard. Then I painted the sign board over the lettering. I can still see the colored pencil indentations ever so slightly, which helps me when I paint in the letters. While the signboard dried, I went on to adding some deep green to the hat and to the right pumpkin stem. I also put in some yellow stripes on the hat. Then I did my best to paint in the sign letters. This is not my strong suit, but I think it turned out pretty cute. Next, I added a little black shadow around the sign. Then, a little sunflower on the hat. Next, I worked on the pumpkins, adding more base colors and making arcing strokes with variations of the base. This creates a fluted shape of the pumpkin. I move on to the gnome body, adding in arms and legs. I opted for a cheery pose for the arms. Then I had the idea to make corn behind the gnome, and then decided to turn the corn into sunflowers. Not my favorite part of this painting, but it is what it is. I like the way it ended up, so that is what matters. Next, I added in the nose and hands. I started with a pinky beige and added brown on the bottom to create a shadow. Then I added some scraggly beard hairs and made his boots black. Then I poked some holes for my string and threaded the string through the back and tied a bow on top. The final step was sealing the paint with Dorland's wax medium. And here's the end result. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless.